Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
Fuego here.
Fresh off of a 15-hour car ride straight back from Texas.
Yeah, we tag teamed it, dude.
We did. Thank God Fuego was willing to help me lighten the load. My God, because I swear 15 hours straight would have been brutal. So
Insane.
I went for about 2, and then he took the brunt of like 6 or 7. And then I went ahead and finished it out, but man, it made it so much better, so thank you.
Yeah.
But guys, we're here to catch up on some trailers that we missed, and unfortunately for you, the first one is, well, not unfortunately for you, but for some of you, it's a non-horror trailer, okay? So this is one of those times that we have to react to something near and dear to both of our hearts. We love the Marvel movies. You know, we react to and review the Marvel movies here still, the superhero movies, no less. So this one, we're going to be reacting to the newest trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes, and there's allegedly endgame spoilers that we're going to see on display here, and maybe some answers as to, you know, just what happened afterwards, which is kind of exciting.
This mic doesn't need to be there. There we go. Don't hide your pretty face, Fuego.
I always have it like I'm like a rogue.
Don't hide your light. Let your light shine. All right, so here we go, guys. We're going to look at Spider-Man Far From Home, and we'll likely do a little breakdown, as we normally do for these Marvel movies. So, Fueguissimo, how excited are you on a level of 1 to Spider-Man?
1 to Spider-Man, I'd say Spider-Man, well, not quite into the Spider-Verse excited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Honestly,
that is a high bar.
Yeah,
that is a very
high bar. I enjoyed Homecoming, but I didn't love Homecoming. I thought Michael Keaton was great.
You know what? I've only watched it the once. I need to rewatch it. I've owned it, but I still haven't rewatched it all the way through. But I enjoyed the hell out of it. That one-on-one between Keaton and Parker in the car and stuff, it was so amazing. Anyway, I'm excited to see what we get here, because this apparently, now Fuego, I haven't watched anyone else's reaction because I wanted to keep it fresh for us, but apparently some people are saying there might have been too much revealed in this trailer. Is that a concern for you?
No, not really. I want answers. Let's bring them on.
Let's do it. All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer is about to play.
Excellent,
if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, stop watching, because there's some serious spoilers about to come.
Well, looks like
that's nice.
You got some bushy eyebrows on the left side there, kid.
That's really nice of them to do that.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
Oh.
Just really miss him.
Oh no, right away. Oh no.
I don't think Tony would have done what he did.
Oh.
He didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
Damn, dude.
Wow. What a heavy place to start this trailer on.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your jobs.
Oh!
Work, because I am going on vacation.
All right. Man, that hits you in the feels right away, though. All right. Transition.
I don't really want to talk to Nick Fury. Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
We're just talking about the trip.
I'm here in St. Marco Polo.
Oh, what? What was that? Wait.
You're a very
That was Flash Thompson that did that, huh?
person to contact, Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Damn, we saw him in the previous trailer.
Yep, we did.
It's Mr. Beck.
Oh, he knows Quentin Beck.
Your world, Beck, is from Earth, just not ours. The snap tore a hole in our dimension.
What?
I knew it!
What?
We have a job to do, and you're coming with us.
Colby Smulders too?
Yeah.
The snap tore a hole. Wait, so there's alternate universes in play now?
There is. How could there not have been?
What?
I like
What?
it. I dig me some Kobe Smulders.
What though?
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
Sammy J saying bitch please.
Bitch, please.
On my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ, I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
You just call her an MJ.
Whoops.
You may not be ready.
Wow,
This
okay.
is my responsibility. Saving the world
I thought she
requires
was an
sacrifice.
No, she is. Yeah.
Sometimes people
She
die.
said at the end of the last movie, my friend, some people call me MJ.
That's right.
I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
Wow.
You going to step up or not?
Man, the ghost,
Oh,
of
this
Iron
looks
Man
awesome.
all over this trailer, dude.
Dude, this looks so good though.
And this is technically the end of Phase 3.
Get on the jet! Who are you? I work with Spider-Man.
You work for Spider-Man?
I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man.
Oops.
New plan.
Oh,
I love how prominently they have him in this.
wow. All right, Favreau, who started this all, is officially in the last film. Like,
The last Phase 3
The last
film,
Phase 3 film, yeah. So yeah, those of you that for some reason might not know, that's Jon Favreau, who not only played Happy Hogan through the entire Marvel movies from Iron Man 1 and on and into, brought back really because of the new Spider-Man.
He's so money and he doesn't even know it.
He actually directed the first Iron Man movie too, and is directing The Lion King coming out later this year.
Yeah.
But okay, so immediate thoughts. We're gonna play it through while we give our immediate thoughts, and then we'll do a breakdown as we go.
Exposition we missed because we were laughing. And
Definitely there was.
Totally
So should we go one more time with the sound?
I kind of feel like we should.
Okay, we're gonna go one more time with the sound.
Sorry, y'all.
No,
I just
for
know there's
copyright
some stuff
purposes, we have to speak, but we're gonna get hit anyway, so who cares?
I know there's some stuff.
Tony would have done.
All right, so let's just.
If he didn't know that.
All right, I don't want to miss any of the dialogue this time. Iron Spider suit, still awesome.
Love how he's still rocking it.
With the arms.
So badass.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your job.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work.
Because I am going on vacation.
Okay, yeah.
And then we get to the jovial.
With Spider-Man,
Nick Fury's calling.
we should hear all the dialogue.
I don't really want to talk to Nick
Answer
Fury.
the phone.
Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
What up, dorks? What's up? We're just talking about the trip.
I'm here in St. Marco Polo's.
Oh no, Flash is the one that gets hit in the
When I
nuts.
first fell in love.
You're a very difficult person to contact, Spider-Man.
He's ducking him, yeah.
This is Mr. Beck.
So this is so interesting. I can't wait to talk about this.
New world?
Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap to our hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
We have a job to do. You're coming with us.
I knew it.
Multiverse! I love multiverse stuff!
Someone else you can use. What about Thor?
Off-world.
Captain Marvel. Unavailable. But I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
Okay.
Peter. I want to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ, I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
You're right, you may not be ready, but this is my responsibility. Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
Are you going to step up or not?
The ghost of Tony is like all over this trailer, man.
Okay, I am glad we watched it quietly to hear all that.
Because there was a couple nuances of dialogue that I knew.
Get you guys out of here. Get on the jet. Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan.
So, okay, yeah, I have a number of thoughts.
Spider-Man
I have a
Far
number
From
of thoughts. We're going to do a breakdown and stuff, but let's do our overall thoughts now. So, I really enjoyed this trailer thoroughly. I didn't mind the endgame spoilers, obviously, having seen it. I thought that the beginning was a real gut punch, like, right away. Like, damn, they tapped into it immediately. And I thought it was a really great way to draw us into this trailer. Although I'm not on board with some of the spoilerific reveals. I don't think they should have had him telling MJ in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little bit weird. And, like, there's no way he's going to be able to play that off and be like, no, I'm really not. No, that's the moment. We saw the moment in the trailer. I don't like that. But everything else about it, except that here's the thing, I think they tipped their Mysterio villain cap because he's like, sometimes people have to die. Oh, he's going to be the villain. Like, I'm telling you guys, they're playing him off to be a savior. He starts off in Nick Fury's, like, working with Nick Fury. So, of course, Nick Fury can be blind to stuff like this. And, I mean...
Well, he only has one eye.
I was going to say. I'm glad you finished that for me. But, yeah, no, it's so... But overall, I absolutely adored the trailer. Fuego.
Yeah, this is big time, man. I can agree with you about the spoilerificness of some things, especially with how safeguarded they kept all the endgame promotional materials. This is definitely totally different approach.
Well, I think that has to be why the Russo brothers literally said spoiler embargo ends like as of last Monday.
Yeah.
because they knew this trailer had to drop.
Well, and also this is the collaborative effort with Sony, and so you know that the Sony people have a hand in probably putting this together. This is it's done with Marvel Studios in conjunction as opposed to being completely within their control. And so, I mean, the effects look fantastic. I just find it funny that apparently Peter and all of his main character friends, they all got snapped.
Yeah, it seems that way.
It's a little convenient. Kay Smith and Bernardin were talking about it in a recent Batman Beyond is what I think they're calling it now. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm really curious just what sort of villainous capacity Mysterio is going to be in. Might there be more than one Mysterio if we're dealing with multiverses and how we saw multiple versions of different people? I mean...
Well, but he
Cap
says...
split a timeline with what he did at the end, and that turned into a new timeline for... I mean, it's honestly... It's got to the point of slightly confusing jargon when it comes to multiverses and stuff like that.
I like that they're fully leaning into the... multiverse angle. I think that's awesome.
And I think
I love that.
And I think it'll lay groundwork for eventually bringing in the Fantastic Four, because think of all the multiverse stuff they did with them. And
absolutely.
From the Marvel zombie
well, and
stuff
Doctor Doom is a great villain that was not done justice in the Fox films. So, all right, so let's go ahead and do the breakdown here after giving our overall thoughts. So here we have Spider-Man in the still the Iron Spider suit, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Love that. The newly designed Iron Spider suit. I mean, although it is very obviously close to the original design. So he is, lamenting the loss of Iron Man, the big mural, which I love that there's people
all over the place,
looking up to and revering the loss of Iron Man. You know what I mean? Like, not revering the loss, but revering Iron Man.
And well, I mean, paying tribute, eulogizing,
exactly,
all that stuff.
Eulogizing. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. And then we have, that's the thing. It starts off in such a different. Now it gives more context as to why we saw Happy prominently featured in the last trailer with Aunt May.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now he's. I'll bet. I mean, after that whole thing, he's going to have an affinity for. Pepper and the daughter, and then Peter. So, of course, he's going to be as involved as he is in this.
Yeah, and when we saw the previous trailer, it was like, oh, there's no Stark. And so, since we didn't know what Stark's fate was going to be at that particular point, we were just like, oh, well, now they're just replacing him with some happy action and, with some fury. But now...
Same goatee and everything.
But now we all know why.
All right, so continuing on here. It's a fun beat-em-up scene in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Probably some kind of mob or mafia or something scene going on.
So yeah, this is early in the film, I would presume.
This is one. Yeah, because this is probably honestly this is probably what happens immediately before he goes up, pulls off the mask, and looks at the Iron Man mural. Yeah. That's got to be because this has got to be the opening scene, like you said.
Yeah, and because he switches back to his old suit, as we see from the shots that take place in Europe.
True. So
I
wonder if they're gonna change that part of the trailer where this is the suit that he decides to leave behind in the closet, and the other suit is the one that goes with him.
Well, he was initially apprehensive about this suit in the first place, all the way back in Civil War. Remember? So,
but he's still. I mean, obviously, he's not apprehensive here. So, what would be the reasoning except that he decides to leave this behind, but Aunt May slides, his old original suit because she sees how much pain he's in. Maybe she thinks he's got to get back in touch with the reasons as to why he began to begin with.
Yeah. Well, we didn't see Aunt May in this trailer, so
not in this trailer, but she's in it obviously because she was in the other.
And the suit looks a little bit different than the one that we saw.
A teensy bit, yeah. He might have made adjustments. That might be their way of explaining it. Now here's the old suits, or the new old suit, and more happy stuff. This scene was actually really awesome. You don't ghost Nick Fury.
It made me smile.
I mean,
and he's like, because I don't want to talk to him either.
No, I love that they're leaning into the comedy again. That's what Spider-Man movies should do, is lean into the comedy. So I really want to know who it is that runs by and punches. Is it Pete? No, it's a black person.
Random person.
Oh, right. It's a student friend. And then MJ and him are getting closer
with his selfie rod or whatever. It's just.
Of course, Ned.
And this is the scene we saw in the previous
AKA
trailer.
Ganke, if anyone reads the.
Or he
comics,
subdues him
Ultimate
because he's
Spider-Man.
like, "You're very tough to get a hold of, Spider-Man."
And then now I liked this that Nick Fury is actually working with Mysterio.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal, man. He is a rad actor.
He really is, and I feel like he can play this really well. But here's the thing.
What do you think of the suit?
I like it. I like it. It's got enough nods to the original. It's got the big, triangle eye stuff right here, and he does have the fishbowl later. So I'm absolutely on board. I've never been. I think the weird, scaly looking Mysterio suit, the almost fishnet Mysterio suit, it's kind of lame with just the purple gloves and stuff. Like I like this. I like how they've modernized it and they've lit it up a little bit to make it a little bit technological, kind of. But
and they're still rocking the cape, which looks pretty BA. It's almost like a Thor kind of cape.
A little bit. A little. He does look a little Asgardian. You're not wrong. So, but yeah. So he's working with him, and I love this whole thing. He confirms that he's from the Snap opened up alternate universes, and it's like, well, did it or did it just?
And that was one thing that the headlines that I said may or may not be spoilers, that there were different reviewers speculating. I didn't read any reviews or watch any, but there were people speculating, is he telling the truth here?
Well, here's the thing.
Are there actual branches off of...
Let's think about this, you and me, okay? As we're as this scene plays out in the trailer, it makes me think, so from Avengers Endgame, they went back and took the 6 stones, right? From different parts of time. So does that mean that each one of those things, well, no, because they were supposed to have returned, because I was like, did that make 6 different alternate universes? But Cap technically returns the stones, so none of them are supposed to veer off into alternate universes. So how many were created, or is it just one that was created, or?
There has to be a loose end or two, though. I mean, Tesseract, Loki, loose end. I mean,
True,
also the fact that I saw a quote from the writers that said Cap, when he decided to stay in the past,
created a new
timeline.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, all of this different splintering, kind of stuff with their slight little nuances. I don't know.
I wonder if they're going to go as in depth to explain that, or if they're just going to be like, no, there's just alternate universes now. I don't know. They're
in
maybe
a Spider-Man movie that's supposed to be fun and just a good time.
It's a little heady, but it's okay. I don't mind that. Like
I'm all
that,
for
honestly,
it if they want to go for it.
For real, if they're introducing that opens up a whole bevy of new stories for Phase 4 and beyond.
Yeah.
Quite frankly. And maybe
something...
that's how the Fantastic Four comes into our world. Maybe this Marvel, because the universal designation of the Marvel comic book universe is Earth 616.
Yeah, you know way more about this than
me. So I don't know if this is intended to be the cinematic universe version of Earth 616, or if this is a different one. If within the Marvel universe, like, in the comic universe, maybe the MCU is Earth something. You know what I mean? I'm willing to bet that might have even been said at some point, but I'd be very curious. So if you guys know that answer, let us know in the comments below, because I'd be very curious. So let's continue on.
And I just keep it in the Stephen King consideration of the fact that, it's another turn of the wheel. It's like a Twinniverse. It's something that could be very just almost identical in every aspect except for just those few little key nuances, so.
All right, here we go. Continuing on. So then there's
so
the first. So it looks like
things, man?
it's elemental things that he's fighting, right? Because in the first we see 3 different ones. We see rock here, and then we'll see fire, and then we'll also see water. But does that mean that this is maybe just the absorbing man, who just absorbs all those things and becomes those things and fights Mysterio? So that might be it too.
So I'm trying to remember Smolders. She was in which films previously?
She was in a couple earlier on, assisting Nick Fury. I think she was maybe in the Captain America ones.
She was not on the TV series though, right? She wasn't on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
She might have guest appeared. I don't know. She comes from TV, so that would have made sense.
Yeah, that's why she looks so familiar.
Yeah, she was on How I Met Your Mother. So yeah. So here we go. Continuing on.
Another very nerd-centric show in a lot of ways.
So maybe this is the absorbing man in water. Or it's 4 different elementals, because earth, air,
wind, fire,
water, and fire. We just didn't see the wind one yet in this trailer. So she's featured relatively prominently too. But so there's the fire one.
Exactly. Now, so he's got this different suit on there.
This suit is very reminiscent of Spider-Man Noir. Like, it's got to be a tip of the cap to Spider-Man Noir for sure. But it's probably just a flame retardant kind of suit.
Well, it's interesting because it looks very much like the same kind of suits we see the S.H.I.E.L.D. members wearing, just the all black. And,
close to it. So it's a Nick Fury sponsored suit.
Yeah. It also has some nice nods to, the black suit with the symbiote.
Bitch, you've been to space.
Yeah. That is a hilarious line. I love that.
So wait, was that them arguing in the bar?
He was, like, giving him some advice to
Oh, they're both in there. Okay, so are they in a public area with their masks off and stuff, though? That's kind of interesting.
Maybe people just don't know who they are.
Yeah, it's maybe another country.
I mean, like,
it's Italy, duh.
Yeah, it's Italy, yeah. Yeah, he's having a beer, and Spidey's having, like, a
maybe it's
non-spirituous beverage. He's having, like, a lemonade or something over there.
That does look like a lemonade. Or an orange juice or something.
Limoncello or something.
All right, continuing on. Again, this is the moment that I feel like I would have much rather seen play out in the movie for the first time. Not so much for you? You're okay with seeing this in the trailer?
I'm just not so sold on the two of them.
See, that looks like a big volcanic kind of combination version.
After seeing, for me, after seeing some great...
That's great acting.
Some great Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane stuff. I just wasn't so sold on her in this previous film. I don't know, it just didn't... I mean, she was a lot better in the Greatest Showman film, the Zendaya actress. You know, she can sing, man. She's very talented. But in this particular role as the MJ, I don't know.
You're not sold on her?
Well, she's not...
She's not a white redhead?
No, she's not.
Get over it, man. Well, like, why does that matter anymore?
I think the red hair is really crucial. They could have just given her red hair.
He technically didn't meet MJ until way later in the comics anyway. So, I mean, there's obviously a different take. So, I mean...
Different turn of the wheel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm okay with that. This looks like Absorbing Man has gone completely bonkers and is now all of his forms kind of added together. Earth, fire, water, and air. So I don't know if this is just a massive illusion perpetrated by Mysterio, or if this is legitimately going to be a Mysterio and Spider-Man team-up. Do you think Mysterio is going to turn heel by the end? Am I wrong about that?
I would imagine he's casting some shade, yeah. But, well, boy, I don't know, man. I mean, perhaps they... I think it's going to be very much a Michael Keaton type role where there will be some villainy that's eventually revealed, but you're gonna feel some sort of empathy for the character, and they're not going to be completely just evil as hell. It's going to be, kind of a shade of gray sort of situation. That's what I'm anticipating.
Let me ask this: do you think this is Act 2 or Act 3 stuff here? I think this is probably Act 2. If Mysterio's going to turn heel, this has to be Act 2.
So is he?
But it's big, so it looks like Act 3.
Well, yeah, exactly. Especially since we saw the fire monster, and this looks like something like bigger and crazier than the previous one.
All right, but maybe this is Act 3, but
I would put my money on Act 3, but I guess I'm not 100%. I just don't.
Okay.
Just don't. No.
Just curious. Speculation is all we can do.
Yeah.
So there's the fishbowl. Love the fishbowl look.
Getting it.
Awesome. And then so he's still fighting the big thing. So. This has to be Act 2.
It's got to be Act 2, then. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
So they're being careful about what they're showing us. Because they're not showing him turn heel yet. They're just alluding to it with his, sometimes people have to die.
We are just speculating. Now,
you want to see, what was that holographic armor thing?
Yeah, the thing on his hand. That was definitely some kind of...
That was like some kind of suit upgrade. It's like holographic almost. That's kind of cool. Well, that might be the that might be the nanites of his Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, it looks like some Tony technology for sure, man.
I'm curious as to what though. Interesting.
Only time will tell.
Well, so it looks like that's something that Happy is giving him. He's like, Tony wanted you to have this. Yeah. It's going to be one of those kinds of things. So this is going to be. Ooh, I wonder if it's like close to... It's going to be like a replication of the Spider-Man cosmic suit or something. Like, this is going to be the Act 3 suit thing. This is after they've lost and he has to go fight. And Happy's going to be like, Tony wanted you to have this, I'll bet. Something like that.
A new toy of some sort.
So that's so interesting that even though Tony can't be a big part of this movie like he was the last one, he's still a big part of this movie like he was the last one.
Well, like I was saying, his presence feels like it's all over this film.
Yeah.
And it really, really does.
See, again, this is definitely a fire-retardant Nick Fury-given suit in order to fight this dude. But he's no less intimidating, dude.
Yeah, he looks badass.
Yeah, he really does.
I really agree. Yeah, that's a cool looking scene. That is
I'm
action
excited to
right
watch
there.
this movie, man.
Oh, absolutely, and the fact that it's interesting that for the end of Phase 3, we're having almost like an epilogue type film to end Phase 3 as opposed to Endgame just being the last of it. So because there was a little misinformation initially where people thought, oh, this is the first of Phase 4. Technically not. This is the last of Phase 3, man. So.
Yep, technically so. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What do you think of this last scene? I mean, played for laughs for sure.
It's goofs,
but
yeah, it's goofs.
Yeah, it's okay. All right.
And Flash, that's his name, right?
Flash Thompson, yeah.
Yeah. There's some decent chuckles from him in this trailer, I gotta say.
They're playing him more for laughs than
at least
bully
a couple-
type in this one.
Yeah, both trailers actually. Remember the last one where he was just like, "I love Spider-Man."
Yeah. Or Dickwad was the first one, and then they
Dickwad or
changed
something.
it in a later trailer.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, I think they did.
I thought that was a little too mean.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
so
boy.
there you go, guys. I mean, I think that's going to do it for our reactions to Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh,
So why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below, what did you think of this trailer? First off, are you one of the few people that haven't seen Avengers Endgame and you were spoiled by this? Or, I mean, Tom Holland warns you at the very beginning, so
He does.
you can't really blame him.
And it's
now.
been out for like 12 days now or something like that. So it's like, come on, man. It's already past Titanic for the second highest grossing film of all time.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's going to beat Avatar. It's happening.
So, why don't you guys let us know in the comments below what you think. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, I've been Jaime Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.
And watch Super